dumb movies, but I love to watch them. Hi, I'm Aaron Jones, and welcome to another one of my vlogs coming to you from Nihama in Japan. And today I wanted to talk about my guilty pleasure movies. The movies that I love to watch over and over and over again. And they may be known not to be good movies, but I enjoy them. And they're my guilty pleasures, and I watch them over and over and over again. So, let's get into the movies that I love to watch, my guilty pleasures. The first movie on my list that I love to watch, and I've watched many times, and I saw it in the movie theater. In fact, I saw it twice in the same day. Don't ask me why, long story. And the movie is Michael Bay's The Rock from 1996, starring Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Now, this movie, I love this movie. It's just a great bubblegum for the eyes and interesting story, and I like Sean Connery in it because it kind of alludes to him still being James Bond, and they go and they have to break into Alcatraz, which has been taken over by a military rogue group that wants money for reparations for soldiers that have died unrecognized in like black ops operations. It's just garbage, but I enjoy watching it. It takes place in San Francisco. I love the footage and the action and the silliness of that movie, and I can watch that movie all the time. And so that is the first guilty pleasure movie on my list. The second movie on my list is considered maybe not so bad of a movie, a classic. In fact, it's Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, and directed by the Farrelly brothers. Now, this movie came out in 1994, and when Jim Carrey was hot. But this is a great movie all around, and I can watch this comedy over and over again. Now, this movie is known for being good and one of the best comedies ever made. Now, recently this year, or last year in the fall, Dumb and Dumber 2 came out. However, in Japan, it wasn't released, so I haven't seen it yet, but I haven't heard that many good things about it. Comedy movies aren't often released theatrically here in Japan because they're very difficult to translate into Japanese, and so they just go directly to DVD because a lot of the jokes and stuff culturally are not easy to translate over. Anyways, the first Dumb and Dumber is a great movie, and I can watch that over and over again. It's a great road trip movie. It's a great comedy. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels' chemistry in that movie is great. Great lines, and just overall a great movie and one of my best guilty pleasures. The third movie on my list is from 1997, and this is Starship Troopers, directed by Paul Vanderhoven, which is famous for RoboCop and the original the one Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to Mars and the brain implant. The name escapes me at the moment. Anyways, that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Starship Troopers, starring Casper Van Dien and Denise Richards and Neil Patrick Harris as this scientist-type Nazi almost that can communicate with the brain aliens. Now, this movie I really enjoy. It starts off a little bit slow, but it has some interesting scenes, and in Paul Vanderhoven style, great strange news clips like you can see in RoboCop and other versions of his movies. Total Recall, that's the name of the movie. His version of Total Recall also very similar, his directing style. But I can watch this movie over and over again, especially when it gets into the action scenes and they get to the planet to attack the bugs, and they come down off the ships, and it's just a great movie that I enjoy as one of my guilty pleasures. The second to last on my list is Moulin Rouge, and this movie is either hated or liked. It's one of my guilty pleasures, and it has lots of problems with it, but I enjoy this movie, especially if I'm feeling bored or not energetic. I can play this movie and listen to Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman singing in the background and just relax and enjoy this craziness of a movie. And the visuals are great in that movie. The director, what's his name, Baz, does an interesting job in this movie. I originally, again, saw this in the movie theater. All the movies on my list I saw originally, except for Dumb and Dumber, I saw originally in the movie theater. And I kind of appreciated them from that time. Dumb and Dumber I didn't see until years after it actually come out on DVD or VHS and DVD, I think, way back then. But yeah, Moulin Rouge, I love that movie. It's stupid, it's fun, and it's one of those movies, either you like it or you hate it, but it's a guilty pleasure, and I can put that movie on. If I want to fall asleep, I just play it in the background. Great movie for enjoying absolute garbage. And the number one set on my thing, and this encompasses a bunch of movies, and this is Michael Bay's Transformers series, from the first one and to the recent fourth one. Being a Transformers fan, I just enjoy the movies as they are I never expected anything deep from them. And I also am going to include in this series the original Transformers, what year was it made? 1986. The Transformers, the movie, the animated one. I can include anything in the Transformers movie that appeared in the movie theater. I can enjoy these because, one, Optimus Prime is voiced by the original voice actor of Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen, so he always comes out as Optimus Prime, except in the last movie he was a little bit murder-centric, which is probably not out of Optimus Prime's character. But I can enjoy these movies because I like Transformers, and I enjoy the scenes with the Transformers in it the best. And I would like to see the future movies with more character development and get to know the Transformers more. Now, we do know Optimus Prime, we do know Bumblebee, but the other Autobots that come into the movie, we don't really get to know them, and they've changed them all and killed them off. Finally get to know who Ratchet was after the three movies, except the second movie. He didn't really appear that much, and then spoiler alert, they kill him off in the fourth movie, and the same with Ironhide. I wish they had developed them more because those have good dynamics in the cartoon, and I would have liked to have seen that in the movie. But let's hope that in the future movies that they will focus more on the Autobots and the Decepticons themselves, and we can get to know them. But they are my guilty pleasures. I can play them in the background and enjoy, and then I stop for certain scenes, like in the newest Age of Extinction, when Optimus Prime changes from an old rusty truck to the new truck, and then he meets the other Autobots. I just love that scene. Or in the first movie, when the Autobots come out from space and land on Earth, and they meet Sam for the first time. I just love that scene, and I enjoy watching those movies, even though I know they're not deep. They're full of explosions and Michael Bayism, but I enjoy watching them. Those are my guilty pleasure movies. Please share in the comments below, what are your guilty pleasure movies? Now, don't worry if other people hate them. It's because if you enjoy the movie, then you enjoy the movie, and for you it's a great movie that entertains you, and that's all that really matters. So go ahead and share. Do you agree with my guilty pleasure movies? Do you have different guilty pleasure movies? I'd like to see what movies you enjoy as guilty pleasure. So go ahead and list them down below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and to like and comment. Subscribe to keep up on when I have other vlogs coming out this year, and as well as my other series such as Stuff I Bought and Cool News and Inspire Magic series if you're into entertaining. And that's all I want to talk about today. I want to thank all the new subscribers that joined in 2015, and until next time, I'll see you then. Goodbye.